Johnny's down. He has a big presentation coming up, and he's not that confident. You know, Johnny, one of the best ways to help your presentation is to work on your voice. It's the best way to impact your audience. You won't find me there.
I'm not worried about my voice. I talk all the time.
You're right. I've heard you. But like most folks, you don't often speak uninterrupted for long periods of time, like you'll be doing for your upcoming presentation. You know, Johnny, you wouldn't wake up one morning and run a marathon without putting on some mileage first, would you?
Well,
Well, maybe you would, but you shouldn't. And you shouldn't plan to give an hour talk without building vocal stamina. Just like running on a treadmill builds your stamina, reading out loud helps you build your vocal stamina. It doesn't matter what you read, as long as you read for 10 to 15 minutes a day, starting a week prior to your presentation.
I told my parents comic books would be good for something.
Another thing you can do to prepare your voice is to practice breathing deeply. Many presenters breathe shallow, in their upper chest. Being nervous or tired leads to this kind of shallow breathing. You can counteract this breathing by taking time for some deep belly breaths. Inhale slowly through your nose to a count of 3. Hold your breath, low in your abdomen, then release to the same slow count. By breathing like this prior to presenting, you not only have more support for your voice, but you also are able to retain this breathing pattern. Finally, you need to be sure to warm up your voice. Just like a singer who takes time to warm up her voice before she starts, you should too. A simple and fun way to do this is to say tongue twisters out loud.
What? You gotta be kidding me.
Nope, I don't joke. Repeat after me. I slit a sheet.
I slit a sheet.
A sheet I slit.
A sheet I slit.
And on that slitted sheet I sit.
And on that slitted sheet I sit.
This is your voice. This is your vocal variation. Any questions?
Yeah, who cares?
Well, you should. Of course. Voices that are monotonous and don't vary in their rate are seen as boring and disengaging. Plus, without variety, your audience will rapidly habituate. When presenting, be sure to include emotive words.
Huh. What do you mean by motive?
Emotive. Words like exciting, happy, challenging. We tend to say these words to reflect their meaning, which means we vary our voice. You wouldn't say, I'm very excited about the challenges that lie ahead. You'd say, I'm very excited about the challenges that lie ahead.
I got it. I am really happy to have learned this.
Ugh, I heard what you did there. The second way to improve your vocal variety is to stretch your normal vocal range. This is most easily done by reading out loud. But not just anything. You need to read something that is emotive. Try poetry or children's books. These writings are meant to be read in an expressive way. It's like when you want to build muscles. You go to the gym and lift weights that are slightly heavier than you're comfortable lifting. This builds muscles. The same is true with your voice. By reading things that are expressive, you expand your vocal range. Now, I'm not saying that you need to sound like Dr. Seuss the next time you present, but if you read Dr. Seuss a few times prior to presenting, you will actually sound better.
Now I have to go borrow some of my little sister's books.
The final way to develop your vocal variety is to use technology. Yes, we can finally put that device to good use. There are a number of apps designed to help singers hit the right frequency for notes they use. You don't need to worry about hitting certain frequencies, but you can use the same app to see if you have vocal variety or if you're flatlining. You can use these while you practice, Or if you're delivering a webinar or a teleconference where the audience can't see you, you can actually have these out and open in front of you. So, Johnny, what do you think? Are you ready to leverage your voice to give a great presentation?
You bet I am.